Evening, everybody. I kind of realise there's not a lot of equination videos out there, and this game really deserves more. So I just thought I'd do a brief overview of the Splendid Horse Company, my stable, and what I do and how I run it, and just thought it might be interesting to some people, maybe not to others, but here we are. Um, I'd like to point out my stable's very quirky. It's not the norm, so don't take this as gospel. This is just what I do. Um, I'm happy doing it. And yeah, we do all right. It's good fun, and I have an aim, and that aim, I'm a long way from it. We started out on kind of a journey, so it's a good time to document this. So, yeah, let's just get into the general aim. So, I started a Splendid Horse Company. I started a stable in 2014. That's when I actually late 2013 when I joined the game. So yeah, we're talking a good while ago. Obviously not a veteran like a lot of the older players, but been here long enough to understand what's going on. And my old stable, I took a hiatus from the game because basically I quit my job and became a professional gambler. So this wasn't the top of my list of priorities. So I gave that stable to an Australian guy and kind of came back in. Oh, when was it? Let's have a look. Um, Came back in 2018. I thought it was before Christmas, but maybe no, it's been before that with very little activity. Oh no, actually, no, there was. I started this stable. No, there we go. 2022. That was a proper return. 2022 was when I came back hardcore. And yeah, we kind of got going, built up a stable. I only ever run one stable. I don't do basics. I don't do multi-stabling. I'm just a one stable. Do the best I can for that stable. Like it in every MMO I play, whether that's Eve or Lotro, WoW, anything. I'm a one character kind of guy. It's just the way I am. I can only concentrate on one, and I want to do the best for that one. This kind of shot up, and then we were kind of getting serious into getting top tens. I had a super breeding. Breeding is my main aim on this game. That's what I do. I'm not interested in racing, to be honest. I like the breeding. I like the 2-year-old racing. Once they get to 3, I kind of lose interest. So I kind of force myself down a path where I need to get interested and I'm racing longer than that. So I'm now chasing the classics. So there's 12 races with the little crowns and that's all I'm interested in. So now I I breed lots of 2-year-olds and I want to race at 3 for the classics. And beyond that, I don't do. So all my horses retire at 4. I kind of used to do that anyway. I've always retired at 4. I'm used to kind of UK racing where the big stars do their 3 classic season and then they're at stud at 4 and I do the same. If you look at my main stable right now, you will see these 3 boys are going to stud. Yeah, they're not very good, and that's the start of this journey, which I will. This boy is very good, and yeah, I'll I'll take him. But you can see I just have 3-year-olds. I don't have 4-year-olds. I don't have 5-year-olds. I don't have 6-year-olds. I'm not interested. I want to race at 2. I want to be good. I want to get into the 12 classic races. I want to win them. And if they're not, we're done. End of season. And even if they do win, end of season. Don't care. That's the job. So so that's the kind of aim of the season, and that's where I'm at. The other thing I'm a grade whore. I love grades. Absolutely. A plus was the keeper. I would have A's as mares, but never as studs. A plus, and they have to be. A lot of people misunderstand studs. Not studs, sorry, grades. They misunderstand grades. They think an A plus by any given right should be good, but when they're from a shocking producing family, an A plus might as well be an E plus, and people don't understand that an A plus has to be from a very good family. So you get a good producing. You see it all the time. You can look through pedigrees and you can see A plus, A plus, A plus, A plus, and they will all be from top producing. And that is what you want. And anyway, I'm a massive grade whore, so I decided to go gradeless, which has absolutely crippled me. I had to give away 70 mares that were sold a few. I didn't give them all away. I sold a few, but I gave a lot of them. I'm active in the Discord. I gave away a lot of them away through Discord. Sold a few, made some credits, but absolutely gutted my breeding barn. So we're to the present day, and I'll show you my breeding stable, and there is not a grade in sight. You won't see, I will show you my yearlings, but anyway, I have 60 mares at the moment, and you can tell they're all quite young, apart from, and you will see, they're 6-year-old with 3, they're 7 with 4, 6 with 3, 6 with 2, they're all very young, 5 with 2, 5 with 2, they're all very young, but they're breeding and they're all gradeless. And in the past, when I was graded, I would never stand stallions. That was just a given. I wouldn't stand studs. There was no need. There's so much quality out there. You know, there's so many good people in this game, and they know who they are. The you know AAA, Wildcat, all the top people. There's so many good studs out there at A plus, and you don't even have to pay credits. In fact, you can pay very little money. If you look through, you can be getting. Um, I always look for 35%, 125 plus. That's my benchmark, and you will find them. And you can find them cheap, and you can breed and breed and breed. My mares will give it away a bit from people I've bred to because there's a lot of grades left in these girls if they're the older ones before I went gradeless. So you will see a lot of, we'll see Dr. Django, Dance, there's a few. Dr. Django is quite prominent because he was a favourite at the time. Like Carnival was probably a credit actually, but yeah, Wild Hero is one of my favourites. Um, yeah, say no more. Casual again. Um, these names pop up, so they're good for a reason. They're good because they're bloody good. Um, but anyway, so moving on to the present day, we are gradeless, and I've been doing this for. I do have my own gradeless. So Golden Economy. It's 4, and he was bred by me. So I think this is where I'm at the moment, 4 years down the line, so a real life year, as we know, a season's quarter of a year. So this is where I've got to, and now I'll have more coming through, and I'm just high turnover. And the aim is to get completely gradeless pedigrees. I also don't do tags. I'm not doing capitals. I'm I want clean. I want clean pedigrees as they would look in a real pedigree book. So yes, you could argue I could get away with the UK and the Turkey and the France and all those tags, but no, I'm not doing it. I'm doing clean, clean, clean. So it is a real challenge. I have a set bunch of um, on my watch list of I'm breeding my own. You can see Golden Economy, he's four, he's in there, and Muse Lambert, he's four. Um, and then there's people, Noble Hero from Walker, who doesn't grade, Tina Infant Dodge, who doesn't grade, um, Rachel at Newborn Stars is she honestly is my biggest star because Hero and um, Trust in You have been absolutely brilliant for my stable, being gradeless. Um, so yeah, I'm just kind of going through how it's set up at the moment. You can see my studs who are so I picked these two up because I went through the Derby, the turf and the grass. Sorry, the turf and the dirt version, and I went through all the history of them, trying to find studs, trying to find sons who were available. Alias decided to put Devil to Pay and Glitch up for sale, which was a nice touch. So I thought I'll take them too and build a stable from them. As you can see, Golden Economies come from Glitch, so I have a son already. Um, I think these two are almost ready to put out to pasture and let them enjoy their retirement. But I also found this guy, Storm Journey, in a basic that wasn't really being used, but the person had 10 basics. So I sent him a cheeky offer saying I'd send 2 million um, Equination dollars to each of their 10 stables if they'd sell me him. And he was very lightly bred, very, very lightly bred. No real guide to go off, but I picked him up, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I've only got a few years left, but I think he's produced one nice. It's so difficult being ungraded, trust me. Um, but yeah, he's there as well. So I've really gone on an early at base because it was a champion that flagged up. Um, And then the rest have kind of come by way of the ungraded people in the chat who have been super supportive. Loftsguard was all my advice from the start. I cannot speak highly of that lady enough. She was just top draw. She taught me through everything, made me aware of everything I was doing when I was selling horses, which I've done. I've had to. The sad thing about this is I have to fully retire stuff because I can't risk it being graded and messing up my pedigrees. Little bit of break, sorry. Um, yeah, and that's the only sad because I am a massive giver away of horses. I really do like giving stuff away. Give away very good horses. I know they sell for credits and everything, but I'll just give them away. I don't care. Um, the money, it's not like money's no object because obviously it is, but I just pay for my renewals and um, for making normally the credits I make from selling any horses, which is normally from sprinters or 2 milers because they just don't fit the program. As you see, everything's Derby distance based. Um, they go into stalls moving because I'm constantly moving stalls backwards and forwards because I breed so much. You'll see here 34, 38, and I'm still 3 short, so there's 3 more to come. So we're talking 75. And if we look at my main 75 into 83, I can keep 8 horses apparently next season, which will be the top 2 or 3 colts, and then that'll leave me 5 or 6. But obviously, I'll move some stalls over by then, and maybe I'll be able to keep 10, maybe females, but we'll see how it goes. Also depends on their ratings because at the moment we have some nice, what we got colt wise, 120. I think I just gave one to Walker because he sent me 6 mares to breed to, which I badly needed, and these mares are very nice. Um, so we're down to 1 colt who's potentially staying, but I'm sure a lot of these will creep up by then. And filly wise, it's been 121, 121, 120. Yeah, we're looking all right on the filly side of stuff. So, but yeah, it'll only be the decent ones who survive. So, I kind of want to just give a brief overview. So the Splendid Horse Company is all about racing for the 12 crown races. That's all we do. We breed, we race for the 12 crown races, we either succeed or fail, we go into breeding again, and then it just cycles round. So we race at 2, we race at 3 if we can target the crown races, and that's it. We don't race at 4, we don't race at 5, we don't race at 6. I mean, these people who race, I click on studs who are 13 and they've got like 5. And I'm just like, wow, that's nuts. Mine are mine are crazy because they're just like we go to the breeding stable and I can show you like mares who are let's pick one of mine that I know's mine, Alarm and Abigail. See, she's 8. She's had 4 already. I shall watch that girl. Yeah, we've still got her around, and I imagine she's in the breeding barn. And of course she is. So she's 4 and had 1. The 5s have had 2. You know, they're in young, and we don't race past 3. But this is just the way we're going. This is just how the stable is running at the moment. I'm loving it. I'm super loving it. I cannot say how enjoyable this is because it is quick turnaround. I'm going ungraded. I'm looking for a fully ungraded pedigree. So if we look at someone, Golden Economy's mine, Sleeping Moon's mine, but Sleeping Moon was, yeah, Silent Fixation was mine, but he was graded. So we're only one generation, but, Glitch, Armada's mine, um, Silent Fixation was mine, but grading back then, obviously. So we've got to get all this grade clear. So, but at 4 years, we could be pushing that back one, we can be pushing that back one. Every 4 years, pushing one back. So, and every 4 years is a real life year. So we're going to get there, but we're going to get clean pedigrees. And that is the aim. Hopefully, if he's decent, that's a nice colt. But that is the aim of things. So, yeah, just a quick go on the Splendid Horse Company and a quick explanation. I'll I'll do a logging in day on the next one, I think, and how I go through training and stuff like that. My training, show you my training just very quickly because it is super basic. So if we take one of my 2-year-olds, um, we'll, we'll pick a good one as well, so you can see I'm not like, we'll go from Queen Sibylla was my favourite. Look to the Lioness, who's she's won both her races, sitting at 121, one at 113, one at 121, and look at my training. 2 furlong breezing, 94, happy with that. 4 furlong breezing, and then pretty much I'm looking. Actually, I'll go through this in another video. So, but yeah, she's very good, very very good. Happy with that, but it's 4 furlong breezes. That's all I'll ever do. I do an average swim, and I might do if I get a breezing number I like, but I'm still over 10 form short to get them above 90, so it could be an 80 something short. I might do a strong jog to get them up there, and I'll leave the breezing as it is. But this is pretty much all I'll do. 4 furlong breezing. A lot of people do it. I know they do. A lot of the top stables do it. And I've just got comfortable doing this. So I can trust in the process. Don't need to do handlies. I like the fact that I'm breezing very quickly. Lots of training. And the gallops, I really don't stress. I mean, they have 3, 6, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Not too bad. Some people are pushing 18 and stuff. I really don't worry about that. Just get in what you got to get in. But yeah, we can go through training another day. So that's the Splendid Horse Company, but more importantly, equination.net. This is the game, the best sim. Get on it. You won't regret it. Jump in Discord if you're a new player, because start a stable, get a basic, just we will flood you with horses. I mean, the people in Discord are absolutely brilliant. Just jump in, get some horses, play along, and you'll soon be addicted. It's just, it is. If you like horse racing and you like Sims, it's just perfect. Brilliant. Jump in. Happy days. Catch you next time.